Yep. Hello everyone and welcome to Crafty Monday. Today we have got another Aussie sketch. Kaz is saying hello, hello, she's waving her hand. Say hello, Kaz.
Hi.
So we are doing our little sweet koala today. So you will see this come up at 2 o'clock. Will be posted on my Teresa Brown stamping. So it is so cute, but I'm actually going to give you some options today on this one because we can have a circle for his belly, or we can go with this scallop frame, which I was looking through my dies and I found the scallop wishes. And look, it's got this scallop, it's got a bigger one and a little one. So how cute is that we can use this for our koala bear? I'm excited about that. So I'm going to use that today and we're going to put love you to the moon and back. So I thought that would be really cute on its tummy. Something a little bit different. I love this little stamp set, it's so cute. And I think that'd look really cute on our koala. And I've decided instead of embossing the background, I'm going to use this because look, I've got some of these left over and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use them up. It's good to use your scraps. So sometimes you cut out a whole heap and then you don't use them all at once, but I just love this. I think it looks really wood grain for our koala bear. So I think they'll look really lovely. So if you come on, don't forget to say hello and tell us where you're from. And don't forget we do gift giving once a month and sometimes we're on time sending it out and sometimes we're a little bit later, but Kaz is down here today and we are actually finishing off May and some of June. So they'll all get posted off by the end of June. So that'll be really nice. And then we'll be starting July. So if you're into Paper Pumpkin, I think nearly everyone's got their pins for May and June. So that's exciting. And I think everyone else is, if you place an order, I think your card and everything's going to be on its way soon. So we're getting there. We're getting caught up. A lot to keep intact with everything. Okay, so let's come down and let's get started. Now this will be moved over onto Crafty Monday when we're finished. So if you are a Crafty Monday group person, it's just easier for me to send it through to YouTube through Teresa Brown Stamping. So I've got all shapes here. How's that? I've got some leaves here that were left over from the other day. So I thought, well, I can use these leaves. They were from one of our new dies, actually. I don't know if I've got that sitting over here. I don't think so. But that's all right. They're really gorgeous. And we've got the little oval one here for its nose. Little pink ones to go inside its ears. So let's get our card sort of started. So I'm going to use this, I think. I'm sort of thinking I might go with the lighter side. I think the lighter side, but I'm going to do some sponge daubing around it as well to make it pop out a little bit more. So I'm using the crumb cake as sponge dauber, and I'm just going to dab that in there and come around here. If you come on, don't forget to, if you come on and watch the replay, don't forget to still add your name and where you're from. You still get included in the gift giving, whether you're watching live or on the replays. So, yeah, please make sure that you let us know where you're from. And if you've got some crafty friends, you might like to share my page. Okay, so we're just outlining this. It sort of gives it a little bit more depth when you do some sponging around the outer edge. So you don't have to, but it does give it a little bit more depth. Okay, so that's so cute. Now I'm going to grab love you, you're out of this world. Oh, I might do this one, you're out of this world. Or love you to the moon and back. I did love you to the moon and back on the grey one. You're out of this world might get sent over the world. Who knows? It might go to one of our worded people. Hey, Kaz. One of our ladies from the world. You're out of this world. Which one do you think, Kaz?
What are we talking about?
Love you to the moon and back, or you're out of this world?
You're out of this world.
You're out of this world. So
No, I love you to the moon and back.
love you to the moon and back. See, she's partial the same as me.
Love you to the moon and back.
It's one of my favourite sayings. Love you to the moon and back.
We say it to me.
I say that to my kids.
We say it to Mia.
You say it to me, yeah. It's just a lovely little saying, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Okay, love you to the moon and back. And I'm just going to do that in early espresso. So let's come down with that. And actually I'm doing it with crumb cake. I said early espresso, but I mean crumb cake. There you go. We're going to come down with that there. Lovely. And we have our head. So we're going to also come through and do some sponging on this as well with our sponge dauber. Who loves the sponge daubers? I do. I think they're really, really lovely. Easy to use. You don't get your fingers all dirty because they've got the little thing that you can pop your finger in. So the little space there. And I'm just going to come around and do this head a little bit. Now these are just punches, the circle punches that Stampin' Up have. So you can just grab whatever punches you have. Or if you don't have punches and you've got circle dies, you can use your circle dies. There's no right or wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to come in and sponge that a little bit. So our head's going on here, so I'm just going to grab this because this is going to go on here and I'm going to build it up on here as we go. So, oh, I've got no glue. That's right, I ran out of glue.
Do you need one? I'll get it. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I've just got to grab one from here. I remembered, I just had to give someone my glue the other day in class because the other glue had run out. So you can use dimensions as well if you want to. So you can use glue or dimensions. I think I might use dimensions on the back of this because it just raises it up a little bit. And it's easy to use. Who have we got on? Hello, Robin. I can sort of see your name pop up. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, sweetie. It's cold today, isn't it? It is a cold day, I tell you. So this one's Love You to the Moon and Back. So we've got the body on there and we've got a head on here. So when I'm doing the head part, I'm not going to do that just yet. I've got to do the ears. So let me do the ears. So I'm just going to come around and do these. And this is the 1 inch punch. This circled one here. So we can do that. And then we've got the little pink pieces of half a, no, I think they're a half. No, I think they're the next one down. That's all right. Okay, we're going to go with that. And then we're going to also add a bit of colour onto these so they just don't look like they've been plonked on. That quite often happens. We're going to pop that into there, into the ear. We'll glue that on in just 1 minute. So who else is on here? I can't sort of see who else is on here. That's all right. Okay, so we've got these on here. So I'm going to turn that around because I want the one that's got a bit more colour up towards the top. And then we're going to pop these in. Little bit of glue. Don't go overboard too much with the glue because you don't want to do that, okay? Because that's what happens. Exactly what I just did. It pops out over the edge and you don't want to do that. But I do love the new glue. It's flows so good. So these are going onto our head. So we're going to pop these onto our head for the koala. Okay, a little bit of glue. And the personality will be all different depending on where you put his ears, how you put his ears, how you put his eyes. You'll get different personalities of koalas. I'm telling you now, it changes every time you put something a little bit different. You get a different looking koala, a different looking bear. You won't get two the same, put it that way. They always look a little bit different. Okay. So as you can see, we've just popped the ears on, which is really good. I don't know, excuse my hand for just 1 minute. I don't know what the ad is that keeps coming up. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got that bit on. So we've got our ears. Now, this is the little oval one, and this little oval one comes out of the, oh, I can't remember the name of it. We'll put them up for you, the names of all the products that I have used. It's, oh no, I can't think of it, sorry. It's gone from my head. Don't you love that when you're trying to think of something and you can't think of it? Definitely. So we're just going to grab a little bit from the edge here. Thanks, Kaz. Kaz just brought me in a nice cup of coffee. Hope you all got your coffee. Now there's a couple of ways you can do the mouth on the koala. Okay, so you can use your pen. If you want to use your black pen, you can use a black pen. I'm going to bring this in here. So this is going to come up a little bit higher. Up here. And then I've got a couple of black eyes here. And every time you do these, they'll look really different. Where did I just put that? Here it is. Because like I said, it just depends where you put the eyes on it, where you put, and whether you do a cut-out mouth or whether you do you draw it on with a journaling pen, which we have, the Stampin' Up! Journaling pen. So you can use that. That's a really good one to use. Okay, putting our eyes on now. So cute, this little bear. Tell me if you love koalas. Do you love koalas? Now, we have the little journaling pen here. So you can do a mouth with this. So I'm just going to do it on, a scrap to start off with. So just to show you that you can come down and do like down, and then you sort of can come around and around. Just depends how you want to do it. So you can bring it in like that if you want to. It's quite a cute little mouth when you do it that way. Or you can also cut it from a circle. I don't think I've got another circle here, but I'm going to draw it on today, so that's okay. We're going to come down. So we're going to just come in from underneath his nose, and we're going to come down. We're going to do it a little bit wider, so it's not just one little stroke. And then we're going to draw it up. And up this way. And then we're going to come into a little V sort of here under the nose bit. You're going to do a little, like a little V. And then you're going to come up around into that area. And into that area. And you can do it as thick or as thin as you want to do the mouth. Oh, I just coloured my V in. That was a bit silly. Now he's got a round mouth because I coloured the V in. I told you you're never going to have two the same. And you just got to persevere with it until you get it the way you like it. Okay, his mouth's too big for me. So I'm going to have a go at doing one on here. This is the little oval, so you can draw it in. So this one's got a little bit of a stem up here. Okay, and then we're going to cut it around and cut it around. We're gonna do them a little bit different. Okay, and then we're gonna do that little bit of a V in here. So you can sort of see that it goes around like that, and then it goes around like that. And then it goes around like that. Sometimes it takes a little bit of persevering with the mouth. That's not too bad. Nearly the same as that. At least it goes over the top of that. So we're going to put that one on. It's the same colour. He looks pretty good. Like I said, you'll never get two the same. No matter how hard you try. They just don't work that way. So that's going to go up. There. Whoop. The koala's mouth is always the hardest one to do, but that's okay. So he's going to come in here. He looks quite cute, so we're going to put in some dimensions here. One over the ears like this so they don't fall off. Just make sure you put them over the ears like that. And then one into the center here. You don't want to have it here because that's going to come over the body. Okay. So this one's going to go into here. And then we're going to come in with sponging a little bit around his little hands. So we've got the little oval shapes that we used to have many years ago with Stampin' Up. But you can find any type of oval that you've got in your stash at home. If not, you can just draw ovals and cut them out, whichever way you want to go. So this is going to go into here. So I'm just going to put one dimension behind here, and that's going to come in from that side. Okay, and then we're going to come in with this one. We're going to do another one on this side. If you ask me if I'm happy with my mouth, I'm going to say no. Kaz is looking at me, but I'm not happy with his mouth. If you're not happy with the mouth, what can you do to change it? So let me show you that in a minute, because if you do a mouth and you're not happy with it, how are you going to make it the way you like it? Because sometimes it's hard when you've got things on there and you think, oh, I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to put his arm out that way a little bit because I want to bring in a little bit of a tree branch underneath there. So we're going to just, whoop, new glue. So that's going to slide in under there, and that's why I don't put too many dimensions on, because you're going to slide things around. And we've got our leaves here that we're going to add also into here. He's so cute, this little fella. But I'll show you how you can fix his nose up, because that's important to know how to do these things. Okay, let's put his feet on first. We've got bigger ovals here that we can use for his feet, which I feel are too big. So I'm going to come in with the little ones because I think that's a better size. Okay, so once again, sponge stopper. Do a bit of sponging around just to give it a bit of an edge. Okay, and here. Kaz, can you grab me the 1 inch punch from the, I think it's in the top drawer. It's a little black one, a 1 inch.
Round, 1 inch?
Yeah, round one. 1 inch.
1 3/4.
No, just one inch. It's a little one. Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
That's 3/4.
Oh, that one will do. That one will do.
That one will do?
Yep, that one will do. Thank you. Yep, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. So what if you do a mouth and you don't like it? Because sometimes it takes a couple of goes to do a mouth before you go, oh, I really like that. And it's on the head, so that sort of makes it sort of like, oh, okay. So you can get a punch, any circle punch. This one's a 3/4 punch, that'll do. So, oh, I've got one here, an inch one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just remove our nose because we just put that up. So we're going to stick this over the top of here like this. Oh my God, aren't we clever? Cass is laughing at me. But we're very clever because you can change things around. Don't ever think, oh, I watch people and they throw it away. They get, oh, it's not right, and they throw it away. But don't throw it away. Just add another circle to it. I'm sure you've got plenty of scraps that you can add another circle to it. So let's add a circle. And what that does is covers that mouth that where we weren't happy with, okay? And it comes in here. And it still looks like perfect. And we can still add this little bit of black nose to our bear. Oh my God, he is so cute. Now we're going to use a black one and we're going to try to do that mouth again. So we're going to cut a V. This is how I taught myself many years ago to do the mouth. So cut a V over the bottom. And then you've got the round bit around here. And you've got the round bit around here. So you want to make sure that you sort of have that like that. And then we want to go, I'm going to cut down. I'm going to cut down to and then we're going to do, just got to grab this piece out of the middle. Okay, come out. Okay, so we're going to hold that little bit up like this as we cut this around that way. And we might have to change it a little bit. Okay. Bring in our nose. So we're going to come around. It depends how wide you want his mouth to. I want it a bit narrower, so I'm going to come in a bit narrower and come down. So the little koala's mouth is the hardest one to do because you've got to get that funny shape of his mouth. But that's okay. Just persevere with him. Okay. Let's see if that works. That's not bad. That gives him personality plus. That gives him a bit of personality, that one. So when you're making teddies, it's so funny. When I used to sew them, make them that way, you do make them have their own little personalities, and it's the same when you're doing paper craft. You're going to give your animals that little bit of personality. Okay, so it's not a bad sort of nose. It's pretty cool, pretty good. And it does take a little bit of time to persevere with that when you're doing it for the first time. Okay, you can try drawing them if you want to, if you're good at drawing. I used to do a lot of drawing, but my hand doesn't allow me to do it as good as I used to. Okay, let's put Mr. Personality on here. Oh, he's cute. He's got personality. Has he got personality or not?
Yes.
He's got personality. He's got a cute little mouth. He's working his way. We're going to put some more little leaves in here. Now, you can put bows on these ones too, which are really cute. You can put a bow on him if you want to, with ribbon or even with some twine. You can put some twine on him. So we're going to do some twine. So I'm going to double it up a little bit, because I like a little bit more bulk in my bow. So I'm going to fold it in half. So this is usually around 33, yeah, so 33 and 33 is 66, and then again fold it in half, and then do your nice bow. So it's a nice thicker bow. Okay. I've got all these little twines here. They're all there. Now that one's got to be cut down there. Okay, so we're going to cut these ones. And we're going to cut. Oh, I've got my blunt scissors today. That'll be right. That's all right. So we've got that nice little bow happening through there, and that can go over here. Love you to the moon and back, and I just like that little bit more on my bow. How are we going for time? Wow, half an hour goes, it does go really fast. I don't care what anyone says. It really does. When you're making something and you're sharing it, it goes fast. And I'm just going to put the mini glue dot on because they stick on there. Okay, so the mini glue dots are fantastic for attaching bows and things like that. So we're going to come in with this under here, which is good. I love the different size of the little bow parts as well. You can have it like that. And if you want to add some more leaves, you can. You just cut these ones out, which is quite cool. So I'm going to cut up here. I love this new die. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous onto a scrapbook page or something like that. It would be really handy. And I'm just going to make sure that I do this onto a point. Okay, so this is onto a point. And we can cut that one down there. Okay, so we've got a little bit more leaf happening here. If we want some more leaf coming in from behind him, we can put a bit more, or we might want some on this side here. I'm just going to put some on that side. A little bit of glue. Oh, I hope I have been in the viewing today. I just realised I've got my camera set up a bit differently.
I can see.
Hey?
I can see.
You can see me? I felt like I might have been out of the viewing. Anyhow. So let me just measure this bit here. This bit here is 13.5 by 9.5. So if you wanted to do, this one's what? 14 by 10. So you can actually pop this onto here. So that will make him pop a little bit more. Let's pop that on there as our mat. So glue. Love you to the moon and back. Oh, he is so cute. And then we've got our card base. And I'm going to just fold it in half, which is 21 centimetres by 14.5, which is my normal. And scored at 10.5, which I'm just folded it at 10.5. Because I haven't got my score tool here for some reason. Don't ask me. It's okay. I'm going to stick this on. Quite often tell you not to do that with your fingers. But my fingers are pretty clean today and they don't feel dirty or mucky. I haven't done a lot of stamping this morning, but if they were, I would find my bone folder for sure. And then we're just going to put a white and a brown on the inside as well. I'm just going to bring that around there. Stick this on. Okay, down like this. Just make sure I get that on straight, Teresa. Okay. And then inside here. And that gives you something to write on. Just make sure you've got your little border all the way around. And there you go. Okay, here's our cute little koala bear. I mean, you can make him as different ways as you want. He is so cute though. I'm just going to bring this up. Say hello. How cute is he? Is he cute?
He's cute.
Really cute little koala bear. And this is the grey one. If you want to do it in grey, you can do it in grey too. Very cute. Love you to the moon and back. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed and we'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.